Oh, Drew, man.
It's, you know what? Just when you think they've run out of shit, they got more.
They got more.
They got more.
We're starting season 4. I'm not going to lie, to get right into it.
Yeah.
Was a little bummed with the first ep, but
Yeah.
second ep delivers.
Yeah, and second ep sets you off on a trajectory as well.
Yes.
First ep kind of like, you know, it resets in the way that we always complain about sitcoms resetting, where it's like, oh, we can't do something. We got to stick with the formula, you know?
Yeah.
But
it really did feel it was too formulaic.
Right.
It wasn't taking the chances that we loved
yeah,
about the Drew Carey show of yesteryear.
go big or go home kind of is my mentality with it.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Welcome. Cleveland rocks. Shane, TJ, you know the deal.
You know the drill.
You know it by this point. We finally made it to season 4.
We did. For
Yeah.
those of you that have been waiting, that
Yeah.
have been, or your friends, you're like, I'm not gonna start listening until I get to season 4.
We are
on
the second third of this show's trajectory. We have been through 1/3 of its life.
Yeah.
And now we're going into the middle era.
Yeah, which is apparently the best era.
It's apparently some of the best stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think these 2 episodes, even if you didn't like the first one has a lot to recommend, I think, in terms of gags and things.
Yeah.
That it definitely holds its own. But yeah, we begin now, season 4, episode 1, Drew and the Conspiracy.
Yeah.
It kinda, you
it's
know.
pretty straightforward title
it's
here.
a little, yeah. In case you were wondering what we could possibly
what
be.
happens?
Though it is, I thought it was
It was a good app.
I didn't expect there to be a real conspiracy, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be he just assumes the worst.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I obviously just think that Drew is this is just who he is. There are these people in your life that
Yeah.
everything happens to them.
Yeah.
Drew's just that guy.
Yeah.
And he seems to make the most of it.
Yeah.
For all the bad shit that does happen. I mean, he was just recently promoted.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
He is the most positive person in a negative world.
Yeah.
Drew Carey is the color red in a black and white picture. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the color red,
Yeah.
Mimi.
Speaking of colors, we start with Lewis
Yeah.
entering the office. He's got like a little box from Drug Co.
Yep.
He approaches her, and they have this like weird little sort of drug dealer routine of like, you got the money, you got the stuff, you got the
Yeah.
money, you got the stuff. He's got mysterious drugs from Drug Co. that fell off of a truck, he says. It hasn't been tested or like released publicly, but it is mood ring style color changing makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is I guess it's blush specifically because Mimi covers
it's her whole
fucking
face
in it.
Naturally.
And whatever emotion she's feeling, it matches the color that is projected onto her face.
Mood rings, I never knew that I understood the science behind it.
Yeah.
Is there a real science behind it?
I think it's just heat. I think it's like
It's just heat.
if you're warm, it changes its color. And like
And we're just
your blood
asserting that because maybe you're warm one day, you're experiencing joy or anger.
Yes.
Or like we're just naming it,
Well,
but we don't. It's
I don't know
not a
about you.
perfect science.
I feel like I would always see mood rings down at the beach. Like
Oh,
on
yeah.
like on boardwalks and
They're right
things.
next to the hermit crabs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
hanging
Like little weirdos. And then
Yeah,
you would
the
get the mood
seashells.
ring. And it would obviously, I think, because it's a warm environment or sometimes it gets cold at night and things, it changes and the color. And that's my understanding of how it works. It's like the blood flow of your body.
So
impacts
you're
the mood
saying
ring.
that because of the environment, the extremes of the shore and the hots and the colds,
Yeah.
that they sell it there because it's more.
That is what I'm getting at. I
going
think it
to-
is
it's
the
going to
ideal
work more
place
there.
to change its color. Because
Yeah.
if it was fucking blue all the time, you'd be bored.
Yeah, if you were just in that boring Southern California weather
Yeah.
where it's always 80 degrees and
They're
sunny.
not selling a lot of mood rings in Iowa, is my take.
Sure, where
Yeah.
it's always cold.
Corn country.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but I don't know. That's my assumption, and you know what happens when you assumped.
What?
You know what happens when you assumped.
Sumped.
Assumped.
Sumped
You
away,
make,
my guy.
You make an ass out of you and oomped. Boo. We get an email that just says boo. Yeah. But no, she insists on trying this makeup, though, before paying for it. She says specifically that she's been burned by street blush before. I love the idea of her going around to like strange street salesmen.
I think that's unacceptable. I think Lewis is a bad drug dealer here, though.
Yeah.
You need the money first.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me make
in my assumption.
Yeah, you know what happens when you assumped. No, but I think no, you're right. A good drug dealer would not just give product over without compensation.
Yeah, what's going on there?
There's a whole process here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
they
she
got to do a dance. He's got to unravel his feathers, and he's got to court her. Yes.
Yeah. So she, I guess, goes to try it on. Drew enters the scene, and we see he's got this person waiting for an interview at his desk.
Yeah.
We get this whole back and forth. Drew has basically been running late because every bad thing that could have happened to somebody on the way to work happened to Drew Carey.
Yeah, I didn't even get to list it all. I know he stepped in gum at one point.
He steps in gum. There's a dumpster blocking his parking spot. My favorite one was he goes, you'd think they put a sign up when they're painting toilet seats. Who paints a toilet seat? That's not a job.
Oh, eventually, the white starts to get a little cream colored.
Yeah. It was white when I bought it. Yeah. No, man, but you don't paint it. You don't paint a toilet seat.
That's good.
Ugh. But
we used to have a wood toilet seat.
Yeah? Growing up?
Yeah, my house.
Did you ever get ass splinters?
No, it was nicely, it was finished, polished wood. But we did have a wood toilet seat. I could see some people painting that, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, in that case, it's definitely got to be dry before you sit down on it.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. Poor Drew. I mean, look, maybe then the office has wooden toilet seats. I guess I will allow for the possibility.
Yeah.
But the guy is basically like, wow, you've really been through the ringer and you're so positive. Drew's got a happy demeanor through all of this.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Ron Rooney, his name is.
Ron Rooney, yes. This very handsome, older gentleman, it seems. Like he's a little more mature, it seems. He's nice head of hair. Yeah. And Drew goes, when prompted about staying positive through all this negativity, he goes, oh, well, I'm Drew Carey. I'm God's hacky sack.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's not wrong.
No. And he was really admiring his, like you said, his attitude.
Yeah.
But that's the way you got to be.
Yeah. That's how Drew's always sort of been.
If you're going to be the put upon a man in everyone's life, just embrace it.
Yeah.
Be the man that's kicked around a little bit.
Be the hacky sack.
Yes,
absolutely. So then, Drew. Unfortunately, his bad luck continues as he sits down.
The guy. Did we talk about why Ron Rooney is interviewing?
Oh, no, that's a good point.
He is interviewing for, I guess, a Singapore job.
Yeah,
so
the international Winfred Lauder takeover is continuing,
as we are reminded.
Yeah.
Drew's in charge of international personnel
hiring.
Yeah. And so he is interviewing this guy for that job, who apparently he's also I have another interview with something
for
London.
Yeah.
And I want to make this quick, which is a crazy thing to say during a job interview, but sure.
Back in the late 90s, I guess it's a phone interview with London.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how else
they're probably not
doing.
Zooming.
No,
although they did do a web call.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, Drew figured out how to get the web conference going for everybody.
Yes.
So it could be. Who knows? But he's busy. He's got places to be. This handsome, tall glass of water. So Drew, of course, tries to stay cool, calm, and collected, sits down at his desk. He immediately falls back in his office chair, sort of very physical comedy style.
I'm actually impressed at the weight of the bottom of the chair that it was able to support his body weight
without
flying
breaking
backward.
entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because I sit in my office chair like that, and sometimes it shoots backwards if I don't have it. You know how you got to lock it before it launches all the way back?
Yeah.
If I forget to launch it and I go back, it feels like I'm going to fall over.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Drew's a big boy.
Drew's a heavy hitter.
I don't know if you guys have watched the show before. Drew's a big boy, and they will let you know.
Absolutely. So he complains about it to Mr. Wick, who walks by because he heard a loud noise. I was like, damn. Just Drew's a loud noise. That's all he is to this office. And Mr. Wick makes some sort of snide remark to Ron, who I guess he's like, oh, you can't find a job back in your home country, huh? You got to go to Singapore or something.
Yeah.
Clearly mad, I guess, at these international hires.
Right. The internet. I think the irony is just him being the international hire.
Exactly. Yeah. He couldn't find the job.
Right. And anyway, they sit down. The continue the interview, I think Drew goes to write his salary and he breaks like 8 or 9 pencil tips, which is an important
each one in terms of writing.
Yes.
It's a very important part of writing is the utensil.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he goes to write and each one just snaps as he goes. And it's like, like 8
When's
of
the
them
last time you used a pencil?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I was thinking actually about this. I got a pen holder back in my apartment and it's all pens. I don't have a single
one.
pencil.
We have one pencil. But like, actually, I do have a pencil sharpener. It's a little wooden duck.
Oh,
And
okay.
you stick it in its butt, and you can sharpen
Now,
it.
do you have to twist it though? Like it's not like an electric.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't have an electric one.
Yeah.
But
Damn, you gotta twist that duck's butt.
Yeah, just twist and jam in that
Twist
duck's
and
butt.
jam in the
And it'll
butt.
sharpen your pencil. But yeah, I don't really do. Remember, the lead pencils were all the rage when we were kids.
I never used them though. I was always a Ticonderoga boy through and through.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Lead pencils, just reloading it, and I find the lead would break easier than
It did break easy.
So-
I needed the thick lead. Some people had that little baby lead.
Yeah.
But I have a little too much anxiety when I'm taking tests. And
Sure. You needed the confidence that you could.
I would bust right through that stuff.
Yeah. No good.
No.
Bad lead. No, I respect that. But yeah, clearly Drew could have used a mechanical pencil here.
Yeah.
Did not have it. All of them break. So then the guy's like, well, look, just whisper me the salary offer. Drew gets up and leans over his desk to whisper to him, and his fucking pants get caught on a nail. And then he leans back and his pants just rip right open. And we see full boxer brief Drew Carey on display.
Because what else did you think he wore?
Yeah, no, I mean,
He's a boxer, man.
I'm kind of surprised it's not a tighty-whitey situation, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he just presents as such.
Yeah, but tighty-whities used to be more of like if I apologies if you're wearing tighty-whities and listening to our podcast.
Apologies to the tighty-whitey community.
I feel like as a society we're past it.
I think so.
People aren't wearing them anymore.
Yeah.
Right? You can buy them.
Yeah.
My dad wears them.
My grandfather wears
But
them.
it's like that generation
Right.
wore them.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone now. Everyone's moved on to the boxer brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
We're
tight.
all on the MeUndies, Pair of Thieves, all of that shit.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, if any of them would like to sponsor, but yeah, no, you're right.
Don't buy them.
Don't
buy
buy
them.
the other ones. Buy the one that pays us. No, yeah, it's he's a boxer brief man.
Yeah.
I respect it. So am I. Shout out Drew Carey.
I thought it was I thought it was just boxers.
I thought they were a little tighter than boxers. Let's
gonna
go back to
have
the
to
tape. Let's go back
roll
to
the tape.
Roll the tape.
You guys go ahead. Send us an email. What kind of underwear you think Drew's wearing?
Also, send us what kind of underwear are you wearing?
No pictures.
No pictures.
No, I don't
no
want
pictures. I just wanted a physical description of your underwear. If you can provide that.
All right. And so anyway, job interview isn't going well. Ron Rooney's like, I gotta basically go. I mean, he gets up to leave. He gets up to go use a phone. He's gonna go use Mimi's phone, presumably for maybe this job interview with London.
He's gonna call London from the Winfred Louder office.
But he's so taken back by Mimi. He loves Mimi.
He is positively entranced by her.
Yes.
A lot of people look at Mimi and they're stunned, but not in a positive way. He is in love with her almost immediately. He starts flirting with her and kind of being like, I think my whole life has changed now because of you. And this is where we learned that the mood ring makeup fully works. Her face turns purple immediately.
Yeah.
And of course, Lewis is there and he goes, oh, well, that means passion. Yeah, no, it works, and he's also taken by it too. You know,
Right.
Ron's really into it.
I don't think anyone had. I don't even think Lewis knew whether this worked or not. He said he got it off the back of a truck.
Yeah, completely just fell off a truck.
Also, one side note here: we didn't talk about why Lewis needed the money. He needs the money to go ahead and free. He's going to buy custody of the drug monkey.
Yeah.
At Drug Co.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to free the monkey because I guess he's the only one that showed up to like his mom's funeral or something. I forget what
The monkey was the only one that showed up?
The only one that showed up to a family member of his funeral from work was the monkey. So
That's
anyone who wants to
loyalty.
buy his freedom.
That's loyal. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Here I am praying that that's not a lost thread and that we eventually get Ryan Stiles and a monkey in this show.
What we've already had one. Remember that one scene where he's at the vet and the monkey keeps trying to get into his pants?
Oh,
He's
shit.
got a thing with monkeys, dude.
Yeah.
I love this. If you if you told me almost a year and a half ago that I'd be like, that makes sense. He wanted to buy the monkey because it went to his mom's. I'd be like, what the fuck is this show, man? Just the plot, just the non sequiturs they say are fantastic.
Yeah.
So Ron is just all on board with Mimi, enamored with her fully.
Yeah. And, Mimi turns yellow, I think, for like joy or something. Maybe it's whenever
she's really happy.
She's
and
really
Drew comes
happy.
Back in.
Oh, so what happens actually, if you remember, Drew, so Ron leaves.
Yes.
Drew comes in now. He opens a soda. It explodes on him.
Right in his face.
And now she turns yellow. She's laughing.
Yellow.
There's joy there.
And Drew goes, how about you highlight everything I hate? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the setup to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Bad shit happens to Drew.
Mimi is now color changing.
Mimi is a chameleon. That's how we've started this. So post our titles, we get Lewis grilling in Drew's backyard, all the gang's there. And we get kind of a little bit of an update, a burial of the
weakest burial of
the plot line
in television history. Yes.
Oswald and Kate. Kate goes to order a cheeseburger from Lewis.
Yeah.
And Oswald goes, "Are you sure about that? What if you change your mind, you know?
If you want a hamburger later."
And then you got to embarrass the cheese in front of all its friends. And he's clearly still a little upset, I believe, about how it ended. Which
Kate says, "Oh, look, it's the cheese moving on." And then she slaps him across the face with the cheese.
And throws it on the ground. Drew's really upset about her throwing away good cheese.
Yeah, he says, if you're going to throw food, throw a vegetable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But and that was it.
That's kind of where we
I don't know if it ever comes up again.
They end up talking about Kate kind of being a bit of a slut, I guess, in high school and middle school and things like that. That's also, I don't know if that's still supposed to be a dig at her, but we've heard all of this before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just our wink wink. That's an old story. Yeah. It is pretty weak. You're right.
It is weak. If that's really it, if that's how we handle the I mean, I guess we got to move on. What do we got? We only got 20 minutes an episode or something.
No, we got 6 seasons to go here.
Yeah, we're not going to linger
on it.
We're not going to be hung up on the past.
So I think if
we got to free some monkeys.
If that was me, I would probably be hung up on it for a little bit more than 30 seconds in the season premiere. You know?
Yeah.
I think I'd be like, hey, can we talk about what the fuck that was?
I always wondered what. So, whenever a sitcom ends and a new season begins, there's always this weird sort of passage of time. Mm-hmm. How long is it? Like
in terms of actual canon?
in like a sitcom. No, well, obviously there's it'll be a few months,
right, in real time. But are you talking in terms of plot?
But are we supposed to assume that sometimes it is just from season 3 to season 4 of the Drew Carey show? Was it real time in the fake world?
Did we take a summer break? Is what you're saying?
Did we take a little summer break and now we're back?
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why
they leave it for us, the audience, to. No, I don't think it's a
because then
question.
Sometimes in other sitcoms, obviously, it'll take leaps because you didn't, maybe it just needed to push the plot along, and you needed a lot more years in between.
Yeah,
and obviously you can't put too many years because most of the time in these sitcoms, all the actors still look the same.
Right.
But there's always a weird sort of passage of time.
I noticed it with Drew, at least specifically in this episode. You can tell that there was a summer break because my man's looking tan again.
Yeah.
We talked about it in season 2 too, but he's
sun-kissed.
Yeah, he went somewhere. He went somewhere tropical, and you can tell in this episode.
It's Tamarindo.
It's what?
He was in Tamarindo, remember?
Oh, yes. No, of course. How could I forget? Why were the other two not looking that tan then?
They always had
better
sort
SPF.
of olive glow.
Yeah, an olive glow.
Yeah.
Yes. So they're in the backyard. They're talking about this. Drew comes in and finds yet again some more work bullshit. His name is misspelled on his check. I missed was it Flu Carey was the first one?
No, it was Drew Ferry.
Drew Ferry.
Yes.
And then he says last week it said Screw Carey.
Yeah.
Which led to Lewis looking at the check and going, they really are screwing Carey. But he's starting to wonder now. Just
if somebody has it out for him.
Of all of this, right? Is there a conspiracy against Drew Carey?
Yeah.
The gang sort of like throws him off of this, being like, "Oh yes, you're the center of the universe. How could it not be all about you?" And
right,
but it's a
they
lot.
They are also making simultaneously mocking him because he got a letter back from Xena, the
princess, the warrior princess,
the warrior princess. Who
he wrote to her as like an 11-year-old because I think he says if you're an adult, they just put you on a list.
Right. So at the end of this, basically, Drew's like, I'm going to try going into things with a better positive attitude, and maybe that'll generate your own luck. Maybe that'll turn things around for me. And then he's going to say, I'm going to start with this Xena, the warrior princess letter. He opens that, and it sounds like a court-issued restraining order of some sort.
Going. Yeah, that's where it's going. Dear Mr. Carey, as our lawyers advised.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's no good for Drew. Everything's going against him. I do think it is not crazy to think that there is a conspiracy against you when all of this shit is going on.
No, and like at first I thought, oh, it's just his promotion isn't going well for him, I guess.
Right.
But it's not that. It's like, as we come to talk about, a recurring thing is that it's been happening for like 9 years. He's been just feels like he's been getting extraordinary bad luck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 9 years of this kind of shit?
Yeah, it'd be terrible. It'd be real bad, man.
I think I'd be dead. I don't know that I could handle.
Well, at some
9
point, you
years
would
of breaking all your pencils.
You'd imagine the bad luck leads you to death at some point.
Or why does he still have pencils after 9 years?
Switch to pens. Yeah, true. No, I mean, what's more funny to me is, and I guess he asks her in the cold, but like, I would just assume it's Mimi. I would assume it's the woman that you fuck with every day that fucks with you back. Why would it not be? Why is there some grand conspiracy and it's not just the woman who hates you that lives right under you? Like,
right.
What? Or works right under you? It's
a
confusing.
Good point. I mean, I really did assume that immediately as soon as anything was going bad in that first scene, it was Mimi.
Yeah. No, and she insists it wasn't. And as we learn, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But,
of course, Mimi's a little more highbrow than that.
Sure, yeah, no, she's not just doing subtle things. No. Mimi never really does subtle well.
That's not her MO.
No, not at all. So the next day, we go to the office. We see Ron there. He's just smooching Mimi, dude.
Yeah, he says, hello, honey.
Yeah. We find out
how fucking long have they been talking?
We find out the night before she got some. She tells Drew. She's in a very good mood, and Drew goes, oh, well, why is that? And
she comes out with it right away.
Yeah, she got some, and she's like, why are you in a good mood? And Drew goes, because I'm hoping to get some. I'm staying positive.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really didn't take any dig at Mimi there.
No.
Take that note.
Well, I mean, it's probably hard to, right? When, like, I don't know what the comeback would be. I mean, he's got to come back for everything.
He's got to come back for everything.
Yeah,
that's just him trying to be a positive man.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Ron smooching Mimi. Drew's sort of caught off guard by it.
He's like, can't believe it.
So much for professionalism in the office. We also realize he hasn't taken the job yet. He's just at the office. He's not a Whistler Louder employee.
And Drew's like, so you're taking the job? And he's like, I'm actually not going to take the job because I don't want to go to Singapore because I don't want to be away from this beauty or whatever, however the hell he says it. I have someone
stateside that I want to know more about.
Yes.
What the fuck? It's just
imagine turning down a job for Mimi.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out Ron though. He likes what he likes.
He likes what he likes.
We do find out also as this scene goes on.
Yeah.
He has a secret that he has been hiding from Mimi. He's married.
He's married.
Yeah,
so it's not only that he just wants to be with Mary. He wants to sneak around with Mimi.
Well, but does he though, or is he? Well, I guess that's the implication of him telling her. Like, it's not like I'm going to leave her for you. It's I need you to know what we've done.
No, this is a guy that just wants an affair. It seems
they have Mimi turn literal red, which we will assume is rage.
Yes.
And she keeps doing this bit where she's like, "I'm mad. Leave," and then wait. No, go.
Yeah,
she just wants to see him leave slowly. Right. He really is. He's a stunner, I will say, in terms of what her pull is.
Yeah,
stunner.
And then the other part of this scene,
yes,
Chuck is back.
Our favorite security guard,
Our
Chuck.
favorite security guard's Chuck.
Recurring character Chuck has returned.
Yes, he's finally recurring.
He needs finally. Hopefully, he was recurring for a second.
He just took season 3 off.
Yeah, he had another obligation.
Yeah.
He calls Drew down to his office immediately.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, okay, well, let me set my phone to like a do not disturb sort of thing so it won't ring. And he keeps punching these buttons and then getting
the phone will ring.
And it'll ring immediately.
And then at one point, he does it several times, and now the phone's just ringing continuously. It's not even like ring. It's just one long ring.
Yeah. So he basically smashes it to pieces.
And then they leave.
They go down to the security office where Chuck plays a little tape for Drew. And it's 3 guys in the break room all gathering together to talk about how they're fucking over Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Like, the conspiracy is real. It is fully there.
And they just lay it out in front of him.
Yeah.
They're like,
it's an IT guy. It's an air conditioning guy and then a copy room guy.
Yeah.
All just randomly sitting down together. And they explain kind of what they're all doing.
They've been like whittling his pencil tips down for 9 years. The one guy's been fucking with his chair.
Yep. And then they're all just,
one guy was screwing with his phone. They talked about that part.
Yeah, they're really excited. And then Drew just can't believe it.
Yeah. And he's like, well, he's surprised at how organized it is.
Right.
In which case they then break into song.
They have a song. It's not really clever. Oh, we hate him, hate him, hate him. Yeah, well, yes, we hate him, hate him, hate him. Just sort of over and over. And I am fucking up the melody. And you know why? Because I watched it 40 minutes ago, and the song has escaped me. But I wrote down, we hate him, hate him, hate him.
To be fair, the second episode was much more impressionable.
Musically. There's a lot more musically to remember from the second episode than this one.
Yeah.
But they have a whole "We Hate Drew Carey" song going. Yeah. He's kind of taken aback both that they have the song and that the lyrics aren't all that impressive.
Are that bad if it's been this many years?
I did like one of the guys goes, verse 2, same lyrics as the first one, and then they just sing it again.
Yeah, so there is a conspiracy. The one thing I can't get over is how... Now, obviously, they eventually explain it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Drew is such like a generally agreeable person.
Yeah.
How do you hate him?
How do you hate that guy? Yeah.
How do you hate...
My first thought, my gut reaction was they hate him because of how nice he is or something, or how like happy-go-lucky he is. And they've probably had things in their lives that haven't gone. I mean,
my gut reaction was he like ate their lunch or something. Which
the dumbest shit
I guarantee was pitched in the writer's room when they were talking about reasons people would hate Drew Carey.
Yeah, why would you hate Drew Carey? Steve Harvey, Family Feud style. Yeah. Show me ate the lunch. Bring. That's
ate the lunch was the number one answer.
Yeah. So Drew gets to take this tape home, and then we see him play it for the gang, who are also similarly stunned. And there's an additional line that we did not get, which is, "Oh man, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big day for him." Like they're planning some bad shit for Drew the following day at work.
Yeah.
Just crazy. I mean, I guess they meet every day. We find out to talk about
for 20
Drew.
minutes.
For 20 minutes a day to talk about Drew
it doesn't
Carey.
consume our life. We just meet 20 minutes a day to talk about how much we hate him.
It's about the length of an episode of the Drew Carey show. That's how long it consumes their lives. So Drew, doesn't know what to do with any of this. They're concerned about it.
Frankly, he's just worried for the next day.
Yeah.
My favorite moment here is Ryan's theory.
Yeah, Lewis's explanation.
Lewis's explanation. What like a little a socialist we have with Lewis here.
Lewis the commie.
Yeah, he's like they're mad at Drew because of his success.
Yeah.
And, it's thinning out the middle class here, the middleman. And now the gap, the economy is going to collapse because the gap widens between the successful and underpaid or whatever it is. Yeah.
And then they're all like, wow, that's a really thoughtful explanation as to what's going on here.
Here he goes again. It's like the magic cheese with him just going on these.
And then they're like, wow, that was really well done. And he was like, yeah. And if you like that, our friends, the Dolphins, have more to teach us as we go forward.
Of course.
Dolphins.
We found Lewis's new bit.
Dolphins are smart, though. I gotta give Lewis some credit here. Have they ever figured out a way to translate what the dolphin clicks mean? Do you know this? Well, I'm asking like you're a dolphinologist.
I'm pretty sure they just mean fish.
No. They've looked into dolphins. And like, they're smarter than us.
I'm just saying, I went to the Baltimore Aquarium like 3 weeks ago, and we went to the dolphin exhibit. Those fuckers just want fish, man. Yeah. They got nothing. They wanted ball and they wanted fish, and they only played with the ball so that as a means to get more fish.
Sure, but do you think that we've been keeping those dolphins down? You know what I mean? They live in our zoos.
We've trained those ones.
Yeah, exactly. No, we've reprimanded them.
But the wild dolphin, yes, a very intelligent being.
Yeah, absolutely. They can sonar locate, right?
I'm sure we can figure out. I'm sure somebody's working on it.
Yeah. Lewis is clearly. Lewis is talking to dolphins. So the next day at the office, Drew prepares for the worst, and he calls in Lewis and Oswald, or he doesn't really call them in so much as
they come in. They're like, they want 3-on-3.
Yeah. So let's call them all in one at a time.
So they haven't figured out how how to get them here yet. You know, apparently they looked around the store or something. You know, they said that they can't find them.
Drew was making some calls before, and nobody's seen eyes on these guys.
Yeah, nobody's had eyes on these guys. So they call in a bomb threat. Not Drew's idea.
Drew realizes it could be the worst. So he puts on, the intercom. Yeah. He goes, "Hey, just so you know, we have a situation." And then Lewis is like, "Give him a chance, man, to run. There's a bomb in the building." And then everybody starts running. It's pretty bad. It's panicked.
Yeah, Oswald is like, say a prayer or call your loved ones, something like that.
Drew goes, "Why don't you just yell fire?" But he yells it right into the voice of the speaker.
And now everyone's running around.
Everybody's running around. We do get a little conclusion, sort of, kind of, to the Mimi arc here, because Ron shows back up with roses. Yeah, and he's like, "Listen, I mean it. I will leave her for you, and this is I want you and nothing else." And Mimi's like, "All right, well, there's a bomb, so you know what? If you're staying here, if I find your lion lips later, I'll make sure to tell your wife about it."
Right. She also returns the makeup to Lewis at this point while he's in the office.
Right.
She's tired of wearing her emotions on her face, she says. And Lewis says, "You couldn't return the face or something?" I don't remember what
he's like, "If you could return the face, you probably should do that too." Yeah. Something like that. And then all three of the guys that we're looking for, the AC guy, the IT guy, the copy guy.
Yeah, they roll up.
While they're pretending to, evacuate. Drew calls off the evacuation threat and then sits them all down in chairs at his cubicle, leading to my favorite gag, which is they all sit down and they all immediately fall back in their chairs, a la Drew Carey. He has evened the score, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
But so he sits them down and he's
like, "Why do you hate me? We know, we have the tape. What happened?
What's going on?"
The first guy's like, "I don't suppose April 29th, 1988 rings a bell."
Yes. And Drew goes, "Oh, yeah, you were the girl at the county fair. No, it means nothing to me. What are you saying?" Yeah. So we got a little flashback scene. This is Heller, the IT guy. Yeah. Drew shows up. I love the outfits they put all of these guys in. Yeah. Where they're like wearing it's like a Huey Lewis cool to be hip sort of. Yeah. Or hip to be square. That's what it is. God forbid I get the Huey Lewis album wrong. I'm so sorry.
Don't disrespect Huey Lewis.
No, I put some respect on that name, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they all have the rolled up suit jackets.
The suit jackets are going up to their elbows almost. We get a look at the previous manager's assistant, and Drew basically the cat calls the wrong word, but he encourages her to be louder and smile more, and a little makeup never hurt. And it's
how they talked in the 80s.
Yeah, how
Ronald
they talked
Reagan's
to women.
America.
Hey, Toots, what are you doing frowning? I do like the makeup line specifically, though, because he's like, maybe the next one will wear some more.
Wear some more makeup.
God forbid.
He is eating a jelly donut at this point, and then the computer guy is there hooking up his brand new computer.
It's top of the line. There's 8 shades of gray. Yeah. That was the rough draft of 50, by the way, 50 shades. Yeah. The IT guy shows up and he's like, "I got to leave, though, because I'm going to propose to the woman I love." Yes. And Drew's like, "Oh, man, that's great. Guy like you, though, you got to look nice. It's 1989. This is 1988. We got to pop your collar."
You got to pop that collar. So he pops his collar and then he grabs his shirt collar, which is white, with his jelly donut fingers.
Red jelly donut fingers all over there. Yeah. And Drew doesn't want to make a scene, so he just goes, "You look like $1 million. Go get him. Go knock him dead."
Yeah.
Sends the IT guy out on his way.
And we flash forward, and he finishes the story where his girlfriend, who he was hoping to be his fiance, thought it was lipstick.
Yeah. And she turned him down. What a weird...
Never found love
What a
again.
weird assumption. Couldn't you...
Couldn't you just taste it?
Well, but maybe it's the jelly donut flavored lipstick. You know how they get, they get like lip balms that it's a strawberry.
Oh yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, no, I feel bad for the guy. What a weird assumption for that woman to jump to immediately though.
Yeah, that's some bright. Also, why was she all over his collar? It's not like a hickey.
Why do you not look
clearly
at the collar,
a stain
though?
on the
As
collar.
a man, are you just going to trust Drew Carey and
you're not going to look in a mirror at all?
Come on. Come on, it's your proposal.
Yes.
Did they not do all the shit we do now where like you need photos and shit?
Some guys in the bushes taking pics.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't you hire some guy?
And then, the guy you hired and then the other creep that's just taking
just
pictures.
the other guy that's in the bush taking photos of your girl. No. And then it turns out, everybody's got their own story. In 1989, the next year, the copy guy is getting ready to get promoted and Drew ruins him.
He's like fixing a copier. And Drew's walking by. We've dropped the 80s get up at this point. How quickly from 88 to 89.
Well, what year?
They were like, we got to roll down the sleeves.
Everything changes,
Put your collar down. So, anyway, he's walking by the copier and the guy's sitting there fixing him. He says, "What'd you say about your boss or you're going to get promoted or something? What do you, from that, what is it? Cross-dressing weasel with a bad rug." That's what it was.
There you go.
Anyway, we come to find out his boss, who would be promoting him, was behind the copier. So Drew just outed the guy in front of his boss to the insult he made about him.
Did not get the promotion.
No.
Because of Drew Carey. And then finally...
He's been in the same job, and I'm like, go get another job. But whatever. No, take it out on Drew.
How many... It's 1989. There's a bunch of copy machines out there, man. I guarantee you.
Yeah. And then you would have a hard time getting work today. I tried learning how to use the copy. Yeah. That was like a whole thing whenever I was at my previous employer.
Yeah.
Was
using the copy
there
machine.
Was a copy machine / fax machine. And for some of the people that we have to contact out in like middle America, like courts and whatnot, they still use the fax machine.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I had to figure out how to use the fax machine at the copier. I didn't even know how to use the copier
fax machines
correctly.
Are like still like dial up, right? Like there's like a hard line in there that like sends the information. It's not like a digital thing.
And then it kind of prints it out on the other end.
Yeah. Crazy, dude. Yeah. No, that copy guy could be getting work anywhere in 1989. Today he would I don't know what he would be doing. He'd be selling knives door to door. God bless him. And then we find out the AC guy who goes by Lomax. So two of these guys, the IT guy is named Heller. The copy guy is just Carl.
Yeah.
And then the AC guy is Lomax. And I'm like, that's weird that we gave two of them by their last name. One of them by their... Unless Lomax is a name.
Lomax is the first name.
Is it really? No, it's not. I don't know.
Lomax sounds like a drug. Over-the-counter medicine they advertise on TV for your allergies
Lomax
or some shit.
Sounds like a Reddit username of a dude that's like a DJ. What's up? I'm Lomax.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Anyway, Lomax, it turns out, had gotten drunk, came into the office drunk, and then Drew put it on his permanent record. And then we get this weird back and forth. It's very fun.
He's like, yeah, but you were drunk.
Yeah, but you put it on my permanent record.
But you were drunk.
And you put it on my permanent record. It's just
and then Drew's like, you're drunk now.
That's not important. So all these guys, have said their piece to Drew Carey, and Drew doesn't know what he's going to do to make amends. But my understanding is, I remember just like that, they just like forgive him, basically.
Yeah, they're kind of like, all right, well, and then at one point, Drew goes to have another donut, and they're like, no, don't eat that. And
don't eat
it.
Oh,
it was going to be something in my donut, wasn't it? Remember the big prank?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we've just been watching you for 9 years. We're really worried about your weight.
We do find out kind of what the big prank was supposed to be. And I guess they were saying something like, tonight, wherever you go, an attractive woman is going to hit on you. Do not go home with her.
Yeah.
And then Drew goes, well, what if there's another attractive woman who hits on me after? How will I know which is which? And then everybody just goes, why would that happen to you, Drew Carey? Oh, Drew Carey.
And then the credit scene is just his desk is falling apart.
Well, because we forgot, he makes a new enemy. There's one more thing. Do you remember? Drew's going into Wick's office.
Oh,
and there's a repair guy on Mimi's phone. Everybody wants to use Mimi's phone in this episode.
Also, it's that the repair guy is
Jim O'Hare.
Jim O'Hare.
Jim O'Hare, Modern Family.
Yes.
I'm trying to. Oh no, well, not Modern Family. He's Parks and Rec, right?
Yes, he is. He's Jerry or whatever.
Jerry. But his name
or Gary.
changes.
Yeah, the whole bit is it changes.
But anyway, it's Jim O'Hare as a repairman. And he's like on the phone with his wife, and he's like, "Sweetheart, I promise you I'm done working these overtime hours. I'm not doing it anymore. You tell our little Jimmy that I'm coming home. Daddy will be home in 10 minutes. Hangs up the phone. He's fixing like the glass pane on Wick's door.
Yeah.
And then Drew comes out of Wick's office and slams the door shut, and the glass just shatters to pieces. And he's like, "Hey, sorry about that, but I'd stay to help, but I gotta go. But hey, how about overtime, huh? Pretty good."
Yeah.
So the implication is he's made a new enemy.
He's made a new enemy.
And
so
the credit scene.
It'll never be right for Drew.
Never.
Yes.
The credit scene is Drew going through a bunch of more obstacles at his desk. He goes to hang his jacket. The whole coat rack falls apart. He opens a binder. All the papers fall out.
All the handles on the desk the desk drawers pop off, and then ceiling tiles break over his head.
He is fucked forever. Well, maybe not forever though, because as we go into the second episode, we'll see. Drew the working man, maybe no more.
Yeah.
Maybe no more.
They can't keep Drew in a box.
No, you can't keep this man in a box at all.
There's a lot to him. He needs to explore. He needs to get out.
And God damn it, does he in this one.
Season 4, episode 2.
In Ramada, Vida.
Yes.
Which I didn't know what it was, and you didn't know really. Well, we find out part of it, what it is. But it's a reference to an Iron Butterfly song, Inagata Vida.
Inagata Vida.
There you go.
For those of you trying to remember what it is.
We're doing a YouTube copyright-free version of it. Go ahead, keep going. That's it.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
And the Ramada...
The Ramada Inn. It's an airport hotel, basically.
It's an airport hotel, and that's all you're going to know right now.
For now.
Although you probably watched it already.
This cold open was very... Again, it's like one of those weird left field ones that you just... I don't even know what it was supposed to really be.
I loved it.
Yeah?
And I was wondering if it was like... Because I started to wonder, is it tied into the title or like a known maybe music video? The song that they play at the beginning is World Turning by Leo Kottke.
Okay.
And they just have like, it's, this kind of like, it feels like a late 80s song. I don't actually know when it was written, but it has this sort of drum beat at the beginning and this repetitive nature.
It was sort of psychedelic a little.
It was a little psychedelic. And so maybe it was more like a 70s thing. Either way, doesn't matter. Kate comes in and she like fixes her skirt.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah, we've got like some, I don't know if it's panties or something, but adjusting herself underneath her skirt.
Yeah, and then she leaves.
Exits. Then she comes back and does the same thing.
Yeah.
And we get a series of this.
They just build a scene from here.
Other.
So the next thing is like a repair guy coming in for Drew's desk.
Pops out from under the desk, catches Kate.
Yes.
And gives like an awooga sort of face.
Yeah, and then he leaves. Mm-hmm. And then he does it again. Yeah. And then I don't remember what the next thing they build to. At one point, Mimi comes by, puts like a pizza trap on Drew's desk.
Like a pizza box rat trap, basically. Yeah. Like you stick your hand in and it closes.
And then Drew comes in, his hand, it closes on his hand. And then now, they repeat that sequence on top of the other ones repeating. Larry.
We keep doing this. Larry hops over.
Larry hops over, steals a soda.
Lewis makes Drew's chair go really high.
Yes.
Oswald comes in and spins down on the chair. Yeah. Again, adding to like the psychedelic nature of it.
Because the chair obviously goes like probably 6 feet in the air.
Oh, more, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wick firing people, just passing by over and over, and then this continues to go, and then Drew just goes, "Can't we all see that we're in a rut here?" And then that becomes a repetition until finally Drew kind of breaks the cycle by moving the pizza box to the ground.
Yeah.
So then when Mimi walks on it, it gets on her foot.
She steps on it.
Yeah.
It traps her foot, and then she screams, and then he gets like the actual pizza or something.
So that's how it resolves. Very fascinating, just weird.
Yeah,
I get why.
Again, if it's like a music video or something, maybe that exists already. Maybe that's an oversight by us, but
maybe it definitely
is. And I'm sure you'll let us know.
I think the larger point of it, which we'll get to throughout this episode, is like maybe it's a way to show the kind of rut that is working in this office job and this office life.
Yeah,
I think a lot of this episode sort of centers around breaking out of that and doing your own, following the beat of your drum.
Yeah.
So I think that's a nice little metaphor for it.
Or we're just starting off another season where we put in a fun song and a goofy intro.
Yeah. Bring back Daffy Duck. I wanted Daffy Duck with the dynamite. But no, it was real good. So then we start with Drew leading a group of Vietnamese investors through the office of Winfred Louder. They are trying to close a deal on starting a Winfred Louder store in Vietnam.
Yes.
He makes a joke to them about, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you kind of can learn what you would want for your store. Of course, you probably won't need the big and tall section.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen a Vietnamese man. I'll let you take your time to Google. They're shorter.
Yes.
And then there's a translator there who translates the joke back to them. So it takes a little bit for the translation, but then when it hits, they go, ha ha ha.
Yeah, a few of them like laugh and
Drew's
nod.
oh, I'm just glad. Look at us laughing. Who would have imagined? Because years ago we were dropping bombs on each other.
It wasn't that long ago we were lobbing grenades at each other, is what he says.
And then he hits the translator and he's like, clean that up for me. He's like way ahead of you. And then he just leads them out without saying anything.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
So at this point, Wick comes by, I believe it is, and he says, someone was caught. What would you do if someone in this office was caught sleeping
in the betting department? On the job.
Yeah.
And Drew goes, oh, I'd fire them, of course.
And then here comes Kate with her bedhead.
Bedhead, yawning, and Wick's like, yeah, I heard you wanted to see me, Mr. Wick. Drew realizes what has happened, and he tries to save Kate, and Wick's very much on board with keeping Kate.
Yeah, Wick walks over, and he's like, see, Carey here wants me to fire you, but I've already dreamt up a life with you, and you're part of my grand scheme.
You live in the fantasy world that I've created for myself, so I can't not have you here.
Right.
But then, so Kate...
Still obsessed.
He will never
Get over it, dude. She's single again.
She won't fuck you, dude. Get over it, okay? But Kate is basically like, no, you know what? I'm sick of this place. I'm bored. I want to quit. I'm gonna quit my job. And Drew tries to walk her back, but she's like insistent that she's gonna quit.
But Drew's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you need this. And to be fair, I remember at the beginning of this whole. It was like season 1. She was just like working for an auto mechanic or something. Like, this is a big deal. Yeah. She does need this.
Yeah. But so they end up with a deal. And the deal is Drew will keep her job open and she has to try to find another job.
In a week.
And if she doesn't find a job, she'll have to come back and take the old job. That's the deal that they reach. She gets a week to try to find something new.
Also in this scene, we have Mimi.
Yes. I was waiting to touch on this. What a weird thing that we do not touch on again throughout the rest of this episode. Am I wrong?
But it's the most fitting dog that she could have.
Mimi rolls up with a stroller, a full ass like baby carriage for this pug. Yeah. This beautiful pug.
I do love a pug.
We didn't get a name. I don't think we did we?
No.
Yeah.
Doug.
Doug the pug?
Just call him Doug. That was the one that won the Westminster Dog Show, right?
Oh, was it? Well, I thought
It was like 2 years ago.
Wasn't that like an Instagram dog, Doug the Pug? I thought that's what you were getting.
I thought it was name was Doug too. The one that won Westminster. It might have been both, but either way, shout out Pugs.
Shout out
They
Pugs.
won Westminster. That was crazy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have to like compete? A pug doesn't really seem like the kind of dog that would compete at the Westminster.
Yeah, but
dog
it did a
show.
good job.
It could breathe and everything.
Around. Yeah,
because that's the thing about pugs; they don't really breathe well.
Oh yeah, you need to put its like Bane mask on. It's sleep apnea machine.
I was gonna say, can a dog compete with a CPAP running through? Somebody's just pushing a little machine next to it.
No, but they do even make a joke about the whole reason she brought it into work.
Yeah.
Is that it can't stay at home in this heat. You know, the folds, the flaps.
Yeah, won't let
dry
it breathe
out.
right.
Yeah.
So Wick also tells her basically to get rid of that thing. He writes a memo saying no dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, she brings this thing in, but we don't
that's
see it for the rest of the episode.
We don't see it for the rest of the app, and that's at the beginning of that scene, and by the end of the scene with Kate, like Mimi's dressing it up and having it sit on the desk
as
like
if
one
it's
of
a
her
troll
dolls.
doll. She's trying to get it to blend in.
So
the next scene, we're at a Ramada Inn, an airport Ramada Inn near, presumably in Cleveland.
Yes,
near the airport.
Drew, Oswald, and Lewis are getting drunk with a bunch of Vietnamese investors.
There you go. The best way to get drunk, I think.
They seem to be having a great time.
Yeah, they're all singing along.
I love that Drew brought them in to show them a good time.
Oh well, yeah. Look, you're going to bring in your heavy hitters, I think. If you're showing somebody a good time.
Let's go get drunk at the airport Ramada.
I like that Lewis and Oswald are the guys who help cinch this deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they really are. They should have been invited to the party too.
We find out, that they make the deal. I think these two played a critical role in that. But yeah, they're all singing, kind of like the house band isn't there. They're on a break, or they're just
so they're just singing in like a circle, some song about
some
Vietnam.
sort of chanting song back and forth.
I don't know if it was like a Vietnamese army song or something, but
could have been.
Apparently it's like a song.
They're having a great time, but they really do miss the house band, like the live music. It must have been.
Yeah, they were like, we want more music.
They were really getting along. So Drew says, fuck it, let's bring back the horn dogs.
Yeah.
And we know, obviously, from Battle of the Bands, these boys can jam out. So Drew gets behind the piano, Lewis hops on the drums, and they're all going.
They all just start playing with the house band's instruments. I guess that he had asked first if they were going to play again that night.
And it sounds like, oh, no, they're gone. And
so they're up there and they're, I don't know what they start ripping from the beginning, but they got a little jam going. Drew's on the keys and Lewis is on the drums and Oswald on the bass or something.
I think it's bass
because we've come to find out they need a guitar player.
But somebody behind the bar at the Ramada Inn goes, hey, what are you doing? And then they're like, oh, sorry, we didn't know that we couldn't. We're just having fun. And they go, hey, no, we actually like you guys. You're better than the actual house band. Keep going.
Yeah.
So they realize they might have something on their hands here.
Yeah,
They're thinking about like Drew's like that was better than sex, or at least better than sex with me.
Yeah.
They're having a real good time out there, but they realize like they can't. They get an offer to fill in next week as the house band.
We find this out as they're walking out of the bar at the Ramada in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, Drew doesn't know about it. He's like, oh, we have like full-time jobs.
Yeah, all of them have actual jobs. And he's like, we're not 18 anymore. Like, we can't live out this.
Drew's the least excited about it, though, at this point.
Absolutely.
The other guys are into it. And Drew's like, oh, I got this new promotion. I got to keep my eye on the ball here.
Yeah, it's a distraction, basically.
Yeah.
But then, out in the parking lot, we get some cute groupies hanging out.
Yeah.
We get Darcy. She's like this, like sort of, mysterious emo adjacent, I would say. Like we get like this dark hair and black clothes. And
yeah, I think the kind of people that hang out the airport Ramada.
Well, what else are you going to do in Cleveland? This is the first time we've seen another bar in Cleveland, I guess.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. some girls are just there for the jam. You know what I mean?
Well, they know that this is where you get the underground bands.
Absolutely, yeah. Before they graduate
the house
to the
band
Warsaw.
at the Ramada.
Yeah. No, but she's real cool, and Drew is very much into the idea of having a groupie.
Yeah,
So
but she knocks down the term groupie right away because she's like, that would mean we're into the whole group.
Yeah,
they were only into Drew.
Yeah. They like his clean cut demeanor, I would say.
Yeah, they said they liked his dorky clothes or whatever.
He really does. I mean, look. Obviously, we get the bit in the extended intro when they play it of him stealing Buddy Holly's glasses.
Doing the Buddy Holly.
But he's got like a Buddy Holly sort of 50s musician.
Yeah, some
demeanor.
guys like rolled with that.
Yeah. Some of us are trying, I would say now. But yeah, so she's like, where can I see you guys play next? And he goes, oh well, we'll be here all next week. And she's like, great, I can't wait to see you then. So Drew's done deal. They are in for the long run here at the Ramada Inn. They're going to be the house band.
Just give him a few groupies, and all of a sudden, Drew's in. He's locked in.
Were there local bands? We've talked about us being in bands before in high school and thing. Were there local bands in like your town growing up that you guys were like, oh yeah, we're going to go see blah?
There was a local venue that had some local bands, and then I think I talked about a few of the guys that still play music, from my high school.
Sure.
That they'll still play bar shows, but we don't have any. There wasn't like any big, like awesome.
There were no like
band.
cover bands.
No, not that. No, there might have been, honestly, but we all kind of tuned them out.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I don't know, if you were just playing in a cover band in your garage
kind of lame.
In high school, it felt a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, not weird. It felt a little lame. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't my scene, though.
Right.
Because then I'd also go to these shows at, like, the little venues in our area. And I just felt out of my element. I felt like the weird, lame person because I was like, I don't know this scene. I don't know who these people are. So really, I just didn't run in that crowd. I don't really know. I'm sure that there were. And like, I look at like, you ever like look through old Facebook friends from like guys you went to high school with? And
I'm not on Facebook anymore. That is a conscious decision because I don't want to see guys like this anymore.
But I like will sometimes they'll pop up in my timeline and then I'll click on their profile and then I'll be like, oh shit, you were in a band for like 5 or 6 years, and it's just him and like maybe 2 other people from the area, just like with longer hair, jamming out in the basement.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
That's
cool.
When they cut their hair, that's when it's all over.
Yeah.
The hair gives their music life. Which is why it's very funny that Drew doesn't.
Yes, the crew cut.
The crew cut.
Which is that's a music group as well.
Oh, is it?
They sing what is it? Shit, the crew cuts. All right, you're gonna have to talk, and I'm gonna have to look this up.
We didn't have any bands growing up like that in my local community, but my Catholic school music teacher was also a guy who did cover songs at like the local bar.
Where they weren't like religious songs.
No, that was the weird thing because like he was a guy.
Shaboom. You ever heard the song
Shaboom?
Shaboom. Da 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 da. Shaboom shaboom. Hold on.
No. Sounds like Shapoopy from Family Guy. That's what I thought it was for a second. Shapoopy.
Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello again.
Shaboom,
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 hoping we
shaboom.
meet again.
Ooh, life could be a dream.
Yes, that's the song.
That's Crew Cuts?
That's the Crew Cuts.
Wow. You know what? That song
1954.
That song sounds like a crew cut. I don't know how else to explain it. But like that song sounds like leaving the barber shop looking like you're going to go out to war.
Shaboom.
Oh, life could be a dream. Yeah, sure.
That is what they played whenever they were shipping you off in a boat to Korea.
That's a big ship. What am I doing here? Life could be true. But anyway, no, he did not sing religious music. But it was just weird when I rarely saw him performing outside of school, but it would be weird being like, oh yeah, shit, there he is just doing, whatever.
Did you ever say hi?
No.
Whenever like you saw him performing, I feel like you can't.
Yeah.
I feel like you really take him out of his other element.
Yeah. I think I also look different enough now from how I looked when he was teaching me when I was in the 6th grade that there's no way I would.
You just like pulling back your beard.
Yeah. Hey, no, it's
Hey,
me.
remember? You see?
Look through.
Yeah.
I was young once. But yeah, so as they're getting this whole thing together, we realize we're going to need a guitarist because they really think they need to add a little oomph to their sound.
Yeah.
This is where we get a really fun sequence of a bunch of musicians being interviewed or being auditioned.
Oh, this is awesome.
For the band.
This is like one of the more famous sequences, I think, from the
it's
show.
definitely, it's on YouTube, I know for sure, and I've heard people talk a lot about it. Yeah, we get a series of different guitarists auditioning in Drew's backyard for Lewis, Oswald, and Drew
Because they
himself.
realized they needed a guitar player if they're going to do this longer stint.
So the full list we get is Slash. Fucking awesome. And immediately you know right away with that top hat.
yeah, I mean, Slash is unmistakable.
We get Rick Nielsen of Cheap Trick.
Yep.
They ask him if he's married to the hat. I don't know if the hat was a big thing for Rick. I'm going to imagine it was.
I don't know if it was either.
But it seemed like it was because
he was the OG Pharrell.
Or then it sets up the next one, which is Dusty Hill of ZZ Top. Where they say, "Are you married to the beard?" And he calls it a Texas goatee.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I've never heard that before.
I enjoyed that. We get Matthew Sweet. We get Joey Ramone. We get Lisa Loeb. We get Dave Mustaine of Megadeth.
Lisa was in chess club with Drew in high school. Is the bit they have?
That's what the bit they have is they say, "I'm sorry, no thank you." And then she starts leaving. She goes, "Hey, high school, chess club." And she's like, "Oh, yeah. That's fun." Roy Clark, Johnny Lang, who we find out is also, they don't really want him to audition. He's there to cut the lawn.
Yeah.
We get Michael Stanley, and then finally we get a guy named Ed. Do you know who Ed is, though?
I don't actually know who that is.
Ed is Joe Walsh.
Oh, shit.
Joe Walsh is there in his sunglasses.
Yeah.
Maybe strung out on something? I don't know. He lands with a lot of good timing here.
But they were looking for someone that wasn't that good.
Yeah, and Joe Walsh is the one who fits the bill.
For them.
It's very fun. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic little string of bits. It's fun if you like music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like seeing
That
all
had to
these
be really
famous
fun
people.
too for Drew to produce that scene. So anyway, now it's the Horn Dogs featuring Joe Walsh.
Ed. Yes.
As Ed.
Yeah. And they're ready to take the world by storm.
Yeah, they're back. The next scene, they're back at the Ramada.
Yeah.
And now Drew is playing an accordion.
Yeah.
I love this too.
And you know who else loves it is Darcy.
Yes.
She basically tells Drew between breaks, she's like, "I've never seen an
I
accordion."
never thought
at a
I'd
rock
say
show.
this, but I love the accordion.
I mean, we've talked about it before. You're a big accordion guy.
I do love it. And you know, my the accordion that I have, it was gifted to me by my godfather, my uncle. He played professionally. He had his own band. They were called the Blue Tones or something in the local area.
Yeah.
But he was a child prodigy playing on television and all this stuff.
No kidding.
And then when he had his band, he played this big electric accordion. Now it still works acoustically, and I have it. But it also had like a foot pedal and like giant amplifiers, and
So you just got a bunch of chords coming out of it?
so it doesn't now. You don't have to plug it in, but that's what it was whenever he would like hook it up to all the stuff. And they gifted me all that stuff. A lot of it was a little old and dry rotted, and I didn't really have an interest in playing the accordion with a foot pedal. I thought the accordion was enough. But
It's a very hand-centric instrument.
It was a very rock and roll sort of accordion.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
And it had like different sounds on there. You could get like an organ thing going. And so,
hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
I want you to get back on the streets. I always think, I said it to you before, you should be a guy like in one of the parks here, out playing accordion music with a little, you'd make some money, I think.
Yeah, or I could go on the subway and just start singing Spanish love songs and playing it and see if I could get away with it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Me looking as I do,
Yeah.
but now playing all the Spanish love songs.
Yeah, it'd be good. I could see it for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think you should busk is what I'm getting at. When this podcast is over, I want you to take a full-time career busking as an accordion guy. Because you know who else would like it? That Drew's new groupie girlfriend.
Yes.
Darcy would really be interested in
Darcy.
and she starts to kind of get a little more info about him. She likes him, we learned, because like he doesn't seem too aggressive like other rock stars seem. And she's like, well, so what do you do for like a job? And he goes, oh, well, I'm the head of international hiring for Winfred Louder. I'm the head of, whatever. And she's like, you're kidding, right? And he goes,
she like laughs immediately.
yeah, no, I'm kidding. I like sweep up hair at a pet shop or something. That's, something.
He's
this
like,
is my real passion.
He's like, I wouldn't let anything get in the way of my music.
Yeah.
And she's like, I feel the same way. And I'm like, see, this is what I don't get about the groupies. Or she doesn't have music. She's just there to meet a rock and roll prodigy or a rock and roll star.
Well, you could feel the music in you. You know what I mean? That's her music. Your music. Or maybe she
does play music, but I'm just like, when she was like, yeah, same. I'm like, what are you fucking? So you don't want anything to get in the way of you hanging out at the fucking Ramada waiting for some guy to come in with an accordion and sweep you off your feet? That's crazy.
If she did play music, job. Well, if she did play music, why wouldn't she ask to join the band?
Right.
They needed a guitarist, Darcy.
She didn't have any ulterior motive. She just wanted to hook up with Drew. She was like, what are you doing later at the end of this discussion?
Yeah.
And we should hang out. And he's like,
we absolutely could, until we get a Mimi Bobek interruption.
Yeah.
She runs on in through.
God, you hate seeing Mimi out of the office.
It's so weird seeing her in public, especially the Warsaw Fine she's been to before. The airport Ramada Inn is Drew's new safe space.
Yeah.
You cannot
and
enter.
Mimi already ruined it.
She says Mr. Wick made her find him. How did she find him how did you know he would be at the airport Ramada Inn?
Well, look, you know that Drew's immediately, the second anything cool happens to Drew, he's talking about it at work.
That's true. Yeah. So he probably was just talking and word got around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's expected basically to appear at a party that Mrs. Louder's hosting at her home. They closed the deal with the Vietnamese investors.
Yes.
And because he was the guy who basically clinched it for them, he was the one who had been taking them around and everything. She wants him to be there. And Drew tells Mimi, thank you, but if you could tell them I have a prior engagement.
Yes.
To which
Mimi, now Drew's going to have sex tonight.
Yeah. Well, Drew has to play the accordion and fuck. So unfortunately, I cannot go to your work event after hours.
He's been waiting. This is back to the accordion thing.
Yeah.
Every accordion player's dream is that someday you will play this and then eventually you'll be able to fuck.
Yeah, that a woman wants to go home with you.
It's easier with a guitar or a drum. Sure, I know that's what you're thinking. But it means more with an accordion.
Look how he squeezes.
He does finish one of the rock. Sorry, this is a side note. He finishes the song with the accordion, and he just starts whipping it around his body. He does a real rock and roll finish to it. And I was like, damn, all right.
He goes hard. Go hard or go home. That's Drew Carey's motto.
But yeah, so now Drew has to make a decision. Does he stay at the airport Ramada?
Well,
or
Mimi
does he
basically
go to the
laughs
Vietnam
at him
thing?
and explains how crazy it is that he's not going to go.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, they'll totally understand that you're not going to this. Yeah, they'll see you as a team player for sure. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got to make his mind up on this. And he chooses to just stay, man.
Yeah, he says, he decides to rock.
Yeah,
he's found something that he's passionate about.
Yeah,
he loves it, or he just wants to hook up with this Darcy girl. But either way,
he's got a goal in mind.
Yeah,
no, but I do think
he's finally doing something. We did unlock something where now he's doing something he's excited about.
Right, and it's something that's just for him.
Yeah,
I think even as we go into the last episode, it kind of paints a little bit why he makes the decisions he makes in this episode, because for 9 years he's just been doing what other people want.
Yeah,
and now he's doing something that he loves that's helping him feel good, and he might get laid. And so anyway, he tells the gang he's here, and they're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So
next day at the office.
Well, not the next day. 2 days later.
2 days later.
We'll learn why in a bit.
2 days later, we're at the office, and Kate, she's there. She walks in. She's the new rep for Glimmer Bright, the Cleveland rep for Glimmer Bright, which is like a teeth bleaching company. And where better than Cleveland, where that's all their teeth are stained and rotting.
Their
and
dentistry is on par with the United Kingdom,
English,
I believe.
yes.
Yes. No, I really enjoyed this because, she comes in and Drew's like, oh, how are things are looking? And she goes, I don't know, Drew, they're looking pretty bright. I'd say they're looking pretty bright. Do you want to ask me why?
She did have Joe Biden teeth.
Yeah, she really did. No, for real. They are the whitest fucking things you have ever seen.
Yeah.
It turns out having Joe Biden teeth just isn't right for her because she breaks down as she's explaining her position, being like, I can't do this anymore. The bleaching is physically painful to me.
It
My
hurts.
mouth
The
hurts
breeze
so
hurts.
bad. The breeze hurts.
There's rotting flesh on the inside of her. Yeah.
Bleaching your mouth will do that. Absolutely. So it's at this
You can
point,
do those little strips, though. They do sell strips that are all right.
I feel like it gives dental pain. No? I've tried it like once.
I think it's okay. I'll get back to you guys on this. I got some dentist friends. I'll run it by them. And then I'll let you know before I make an endorsement.
There we go. We got to see if 9 out of 10 of them at least can agree that this is the move. But Kate asks basically for her old job back. She's like, I tried and this sucks and my mouth is terrible. Can you please help me? But it's here that Drew says, like, in good conscience, he can't take her back. He has gone through a revelation of his own.
Yeah,
and he thinks
he
it's important.
feels what she felt at the beginning.
Exactly. And he's like, I encourage you to find a job that you love in the same way that I'm finding passion with the horn dogs, which you got to change the name at some point.
Come on, man.
So we get the rest of the gang coming in, Lewis and Oswald, and they're talking about, the offer that they've gotten to basically be the new permanent house band.
Yeah, they came in with
the horn
Ed.
dogs.
Ed was at the office,
Ed
too.
is also there, I need to say. Yeah, we get an Ed interaction with Mimi. She says something to him, and Ed goes, oh, Jesus, I thought it was just me seeing her. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
So good. And she's like, she makes fun of him back, says something about, like, I'll take
him
it.
looking like he's in the 60s or whatever it is. Yeah.
So at this point, Mr. Wick comes up and asks him to set up the new store in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, but we have to explain why this was 2 days later.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you.
It's like at this point that he apologizes for not going to the party.
Yeah.
And then there was also, but he had also this whole interaction with the gang before where they were like, nobody could get a hold of him yesterday, or he was like sick in bed.
The office, he was out sick, and he was like, oh, well, yeah, I was in bed all right. And they were like, oh, yeah. And like, nobody can believe that Drew's having sex here, basically. Like, oh, yeah, were you playing Sega?
Yeah.
So he's like, well, no, but let's say I was scoring. And then they go,
he's like, oh, you were composing in bed. Yeah.
No, I was having sex with Darcy.
Sex, so, yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it's then Wick comes in and they, have this whole back and forth about apologizing for not being in yesterday.
Yeah.
And he says, well, you need to go to Hanoi to set up the Vietnam. Did I say that right? Is that the name of the town? Hanoi in Vietnam? That sounds like it was right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't apologies to the Vietnamese.
I'll watch. We should have watched Apocalypse Now before we did this.
You know what's crazy is I just watch it every day. So he's got to go to Vietnam to set up the new store. And he kind of tells Mr. Wick, he's like, I don't think I can do that right now. My band is just starting to get off the ground.
Yeah.
And Mr. Wick's like, well, you got to make up your mind.
Which at this point I was like, oh shit, he's really just telling on himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right away.
Right. I think we should also make it clear at this point, I don't think we said it, but Oswald and Lewis, when they find out they've got this permanent house band offer, back out of that shit so quick. The two guys that were like, "Whoa, Drew, we could do this."
Yeah.
They back out of that shit immediately.
They're like, we got full-time jobs.
Right. So, they're out of there, which is bullshit, I think.
Yeah.
For them, because they were so...
They're dumbass jobs.
Yeah. First of all,
the
Oswald he's not good at, nor does he like his job at Global Parcel. And second, Lewis,
drug code, janitor.
Yeah. I guess he gets to steal a bunch of cool drugs, but...
Yeah, make money off the side
and
side.
Date the women that try them that then turn into animals. But
yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, Drew's like, I guess they would have to recruit new guys and they can't handle the job. So, it's weighing on him. And Wick's like, you have to decide right now if you want the promotion or if you want this band.
Yeah.
And then it smash cuts to the inside of the airport Ramada Inn. And we hear, ladies and gentlemen, the horn dogs.
Yeah.
And it's Drew and it's Ed and it's 2 new guys that I guess Ed found. Who knows?
Yeah. They look Ed adjacent.
Yeah, they're Ed adjacent and they're all jamming out and Darcy's in the front.
I did love the way Ed dresses in this.
Yeah.
At one point, he was wearing like a jean jacket over a Fred Flintstone costume T-shirt. I was like, that rules.
I didn't notice. Do you think he dressed himself? Do you think he showed up? He was like, I got like 4 things. And yeah, no, they're jamming out. So we see, it continues on, and they're having a good time, and Darcy's there. And yeah, Drew Carey no longer seems to be working at Winfred Louder.
Yeah,
that's where we end this.
He's abandoned the promotion.
Oh, so you think he's still going to go to the office?
Yeah, because that's how Wick phrased it. When he gave him the ultimatum, he was like, it's either this promotion or you're banned.
Yeah, that's true.
So my take is he's just keeping his regular job, and then he's doing this band.
Interesting.
Which is also interesting because if I'm Wick, don't you just like fire him then? But
right, exactly.
You can. It's true. He's the life of that office.
He
brings all of your plot points.
That is true. Yeah, we can't have him leave there, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, no, that's where we leave it. Is basically, and then the credits is just them jamming out. Drew's on the accordion, going crazy. Yeah, we've really made a decision here. I think it's impressive. Drew wants to be the rock star that this new groupie girlfriend wants him to be. Well,
yeah, he's been like dreaming of it, as he kept saying, his like whole life playing in a real rock band.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then Lewis and Oswald quit.
Yeah, I would have. That's so weird.
I really didn't expect that, but yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, so that's this episode. I enjoyed this a lot, like you were saying. I think
this episode's awesome. This is probably one of the highest rated that they have too, just because of all the cameos.
Yeah, it looked like it did really well. I don't think we're selling how fun the cameo thing is enough because it's hard to do it justice over audio. You just gotta watch it. I hope you're watching all the episodes, but you should watch.
But
the scene
that whole scene where they're doing the tryouts, is really funny.
Yeah. So, shout out to Drew. Shout out season 4. We'll see where this goes. I can't wait to see him jamming out. And what if he gets like a real big fucking ego over being the Ramada
it's happening.
Oh yeah.
The way it collapses is that he has to get an ego, because isn't that the way? That's what Darcy basically says whenever they're sitting there and she's talking about the reasons why she's into him, why she likes him. And that like second time
that's how we're gonna get out of this girlfriend.
And she says, "I just like that. There's like no ego to you. You're just like a regular kind of guy."
We're doing a little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but be sure to stay subscribed and we'll get to the next one real soon.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
You can follow us on Instagram at Cleveland Rocks Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/at Cleveland Rocks Podcast. Email us, clevelandrockspodcast@gmail.com. We want to do a little bit of a mailbag for the next episode, hopefully. So if you've got any questions you want to ask us, if you've got comments about what we're doing.
Are you afraid that is something terrible going to happen to us in the future?
Did you have a dream about our teeth falling out? We'll talk about what it means. Seriously, write us either here or DM us on Instagram. We'll talk about it in the next one. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the other end.
Bye-bye.
Bye.